Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to mirror the edges of a picture so that way when you go to gap your picture you won't lose any of your image area. Now what this is going to actually do is when you put this on a gallery wrap frame, you're not going to lose this outside area that you normally would if you were just to stretch your canvas. I'm going to show you how to mirror the edges so that it'll appear as the image keeps going, but in fact it's just the edges that are mirrored. So you want to make sure first that you have the size set up correctly. So I have this set up for a 24 by 30 inch canvas gallery wrap. Now I'm going to be using 24 inch wide bars and 30 inch wide bars to make this gallery wrap. So once you have the image size set up, the next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to increase the canvas size. If you just go to image and then canvas size, you're going to get a new window that pops up here. Now for the standard stretcher bars, you're going to want to add 1.5 inches to each side, so 3 total inches to the width and then 3 total inches to the height. I'm going to be doing this on the Pro bars, and for the Pro gallery wrap bars, you'll want to add 2 inches to each side for a total of 4 inches to the width and 4 inches to the height. So I'm going to make the width 28, and I'm going to make the height 34. As you see here, it's going to add in a bunch of white area all around the background. Now I could print this just as is right now, and if I were to wrap this around a frame, I would have a white border around the edges of the gallery wrap, but I don't want that. I want it to be mirrored. So the first thing you'll do then now is get the rectangle marquee tool, and then for style you want to make sure it's on a fixed size. The width will need to be 2 inches for the Pro bars and then 1.5 inch for the standard bars. So I'm going to leave it as 2 inches here. And the height is, as long as it's any size bigger than one of the dimensions, you'll be okay. So 34 is my biggest dimension. It's just going to go to the edge of the canvas size here, so it doesn't really matter on that, as long as it's bigger than the largest dimension. And actually I'm going to be doing the top and bottom first, so I'm going to switch them right now. So I'll make the width 34 and the height 2. Now once you click anywhere in your image, you see it's going to make a rectangular box here. You want to zoom in and put this all the way to the top. So if I go to the top of my image, I want the box to be at the very, very top of my image here. If I use the up arrow, I want to be at the top so that there is no more white right there. Zoom in a little bit more just to make sure I have everything. Got a little bit of white right there. So once you're right there, you want to zoom back out, select the Move tool, and then I'm doing this on a Mac, so you want to hit Alt-Option here. As you see, you get the copy arrow right there. So if I click on that and I drag this up, it's making a copy of the sky. It's kind of hard to tell here because it's a blue sky and it looks identical to what I just dragged over, but once you drag that up, the next thing you'll need to do is click on Edit, and then Transform, and then Flip Vertical. For the top and bottom of your image, you want to flip this vertical. For the left and right sides, you want to flip it horizontal. So this I'll flip vertical. As I said before, it's really hard to tell what I did, but you can kind of see it just flipped everything. On the bottom here, I'll give you a better idea of what actually we're doing here. Go back to your rectangle marquee tool. Leave the width and the height exactly the same. Click again. Drag your box so that it covers the bottom, and then I'll zoom in and drag it all the way to the bottom. Make sure I have everything. Alright, and there we go. And again, select the Move tool, hold down the Alt-Option key, and drag this down until it goes to the bottom. It'll lock right in place right at the bottom of your canvas. Again, click on Edit, go to Transform, and you'll want to flip this vertical. And as you see here, it'll be a mirror of the bottom 2 inches of your canvas. Zoom back out, and then I'll widen this a little bit. And then for the sides, you want to flip the width and the height here, so that way our box will be going vertical now. So choose one side, click on that, drag this over to the edge, zoom in to the side here. I'll go a little bit closer to make sure there's no white. If you do have any sort of white space in there, it will be noticeable when you go to print your canvas. There's going to be a line there, and that's right where the canvas wraps right on the bars, and it's going to be very obvious when it's there. So you want to make sure you're exactly right on the side of your image here. So zoom back out. Hold down the Alt Option and slide it over. And again, edit, transform, flip horizontal. Again, since we're on the sides here, we'll want to flip this horizontally, and then it mirrors that side. For the last side, I'm going to show you something just a little bit different. If you want to make all of these mirrored edges layers, this is how you do it. You would actually start off doing the same thing. Click on the rectangle marquee tool, and then zoom in all the way on the side. I got a little bit of white in there, so I'll slide this over. Alright, and that's good. Now instead of selecting the Move tool, you'll actually right click while you still have the rectangle marquee selected. Do Layer via Copy. As you see here, it makes a new layer right down here. And then I can go to my Move tool, make sure my layer is selected, and then just slide that right over there. Oh, it looks like I actually... Did I get a white spot there? No, I didn't. It just looked like I did when I zoomed out. So then you want to have, when your layer is selected, go to Edit, Transform, flip horizontal, and then it'll mirror that side. And then I'll have it saved as a layer in case you want to turn it off, turn it back on for any reason, you'll have it there. After doing all four sides, your canvas is actually going to be ready to be printed. You're going to print it just like this, and then when you go to lay the bars on the back of the canvas, you just put it right in the middle, and then it should line up exactly where you have your mirrored edge set. As you see here for my 24 by 30 canvas, I have a 28 by 34 inch document size now. Thanks for watching. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter for some exclusive deals. Also, subscribe to our YouTube page for more videos like this.